Hello, this is Boys Go to Jupiter. They
Hello.
are an indie rock band based in New York City. How are you guys today?
We're good. We're a little bit tired today.
It's the last day of tour.
And
It's the last day.
It's the last day of tour. We had a really big show last night and in DC, and we're feeling it. But
Yeah.
we're okay. We're gonna
Yeah.
We're gonna rally. This is
Yeah.
this is the time when we transform from being like car dwellers into like stage dwellers.
Right, yeah.
I just had a banh mi and a yerba mate in less than 3 minutes, so I'm ready to
That's
go.
awesome.
That's awesome.
So I'm curious about your start. How did you guys all meet each other?
It's a great story. Okay, I can tell it. Luke and Jess met on Hinge.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
So it's by virtue of the algorithm, an algorithm that we're here at all. And they had a date or a couple dates, few dates, and I don't know why I'm the one telling this, and it went well, but not that well.
Well for me.
Well for Jess. Luke wasn't as into it, and then ultimately ended it and was like, I don't want to do this. But from my perspective, he was like, I met this girl. She's so good at music. She's so
He was
cool.
using me for my talent.
Yeah, let's have her over.
Great, yes.
So then he invited her over, and Luke and I lived together.
Yeah.
And we all played music together, and it kind of began that way. But it was like a strange, rocky start, because it was like,
yeah.
I was kind of pulled into like what was sort of a complicated dynamic.
Yeah.
They also had history. They have a mutual friend
Yeah.
that they both played music with independently. And so they had been they had known about each other, star-crossed, some would say,
Sure.
for a
I was told
while.
about Luke for
Yeah, for a long time.
Wow.
So
yeah.
But yeah, so it was sort of all the stars aligning, and
Yeah.
then made it happen.
Just so you know, I'm not usually dejected, no, not like this, not at all.
You all come together to make such a unique sound. I'm curious about what your backgrounds are in music, each of you.
Sure. Yes. Hello. I started playing piano when I was a kid, and then got into producing when I was in middle school. I made beats on my mom's laptop. It was awesome.
Nice.
And then I did that all through high school, and then I went to college, not to study music, but I ended up studying music, composition, and production. So Caleb, as I'll tell you, and I both have are super interested in arranging and these kind of old styles of
Right,
arranging and orchestral music and all that sort of stuff. So I studied that and really enjoyed that.
yeah, I started just writing songs when I was very young. It was, I think, just a way for me to process big feelings I didn't understand. When I was 3 or 4, I would
Right.
write songs and I would sort of orate them to my dad, and he would write them down for me. So I think that tradition or process of songwriting started very young, and I kind of grew up listening to the classic rock. I mean, Billy Joel and the Beatles and Prince, and that sort of transformed into kind of a musical theater leaning and acting and doing musicals, and sort of the hyper drama of musicals lending itself to a pop hook has always sort of been
Yes.
at the core, I think, of the kind of music I like, but I never really found myself in either camp fully.
Yeah.
I have a pop leaning when it comes to theater, and a theater leaning when it comes to pop. So
Yes.
When I was a kid, if you'd asked me what my favorite artist was, I would have said, I don't like music. And I didn't. I think it was because I don't know. My whole childhood was people showing me music and me being I don't want to be told what's good.
Right.
I didn't
yeah.
like it. And then I found it on my own from I got really into listening to film scores.
Oh, wow.
And that was my way into music. And that felt no one was showing me film scores because they're objectively super uncool to listen to. So that became my own little way in.
Yeah,
And then I
your
think
niche.
similarly I was drawn to the drama of them. And then I also have a musical theater background, so I started songwriting, and kind of the two worlds came together. Yeah, that's a little bit of it.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I can definitely see how all three pieces come together.
Yeah.
It's theatrical, it's pop, it's a little bit vintage sounding.
Totally.
Yeah, and it makes a very unique
Thank you.
Boys Go to Jupiter sound.
Definitely.
And that's great.
It's
Yeah.
no one can say it's not unique. It's unique.
no, and I think at the end of the day, we're not people who theory music like solely like
No,
it's
just
very
those
much like
attributes.
we like, you know, part of I think why the sound is what it is because we have these like weird electronic punk like
Totally.
undertones of things that we like that like
Right.
we maybe don't think that are going to be the face of the band and how we, you know, are definitely there. You know, I know you grew up on Green Day and like, you know, stuff like that, like,
Yeah.
you know, Paramore and stuff. So
You released your latest album last month. What inspired this new release, and what message are you trying to convey through this album?
quite simple, actually.
Quite simple. We were kind of inspired by like we sat down one afternoon
Right after the first tour.
at a bar and we were like, what do we want to say next? And we kind of devolved into this like long discussion about like relationships and love and like how you perceive other people and how you perceive your partner and how you, I don't know, how different people sort of fit together. And so we thought we'd like try to explore that, and we ended up with a project that we wanted to convey like the experience of perceiving another person, like looking at somebody.
Yeah.
With all of its like, with all of the baggage that comes with that.
Yeah.
So not that it's all like you know, depressing and baggage, but like
It's like a beautiful thing to look at another person and try to understand them, and also it's like there's
hard. And then also what
Right.
it reflects back onto the viewer, like how I see you says something about you, but mostly says something about me.
Right. Yeah.
Which is kind of something we were interested in pursuing in our own little Boys Go Jupiter way, which is like fun and
Yeah.
poppy and, you know, like accessible. But so all the songs, if you listen to them or read the lyrics, like are sort of a different. Each song is like a different angle of like perceiving another person, like
Right.
thinking about another. And then
you do this
yeah,
way.
you're this way, or I'm in love with you this way, or
This is the
I
story
miss
of
you this way, or this is the story of you this way. So that was our inspiration, and we have more in the works that will maybe look at other perspectives.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I feel like that message kind of reflects in the short film that you guys
100%.
released.
Well, that like conversation we had in the short film was sort of the dramatized version of the conversation
Right.
we had.
Yeah. I was
Right,
kind of
right.
yeah. It reminded me of it.
Right.
So, with the short film, you released a short film with both of your album releases. What inspires you or drives you to make a visual kind of media along with your album?
We really got into visuals, doing visuals in the first place, like by necessity. I feel like it's like social media is an inherently visual platform. Like you have to do that. So we had a lot of fun with some of our songs on that album doing that. And the music, I feel like, really makes it easy to do that because it has so much like drama and emotion. Like it's easy to conjure up an image for it. For the album, I feel like we did that because we wanted a way to tie them all together. Like the way that we released the first album was kind of weird because it was like a bunch of singles. In our heads, we were kind of worried it wasn't going to feel cohesive. We wanted to make it cohesive, and I think we sort of just, I don't remember how we came up with the idea, but we were
Well,
like,
I know how.
okay.
It's because there was this guy Patrick who we shot the video with that I had seen him make something sort of like it was like a biographical documentary style sort of visual representation of an artist. I thought that was so cool and innovative and an interesting way to use music marketing.
Right.
And I just, you know, having known the boys for the time that we've known each other and like knowing like what we're good at in addition to music is just like storytelling.
Yeah.
And you know, them both having some experience, I guess, with writing and some like stories, I just was like, this would be a really good project for us to do. We're a good candidate to write something that allows someone who's a fan of the music to really understand like why we're making this music in a way that isn't just like, and this is who we are. So that's why. And then I think it's become really exciting. I mean, I don't know that we'll do this for every record going forward, but I think it's like there's just something really nice about getting to the end of the project and feeling like, okay, we've done all this work with the music. Now, how do we put all this into a completely different form and try to say the same thing?
Right.
Or how do these two complement each other? I think it's really good for our brains. Like,
Well, I also think it's like a unique opportunity because our music specifically lends itself to that, and the fans that we've seen to gather like something that they can sink their teeth into beyond the song. And so it's like I obviously, it's so fun to make a film with your friends and run around Brooklyn. I mean, run around Brooklyn and find fun locations and get all creative. But also, it's good to know that like once that thing is done, we're showing it to a group of people who actually like got into the music in the first place because they like things that have, for better or worse, like a little more like meat to them. Like, oh man, there's a lot of lyrics in that song, or oh man, that's a whole journey.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's some. What's the word? Like, it's like faded. Like, it makes sense that our audience can stomach that kind of thing. So I think it's a good match.
Yeah.
And it's really fun to make.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Sometimes it kills me to wonder anyway. When do I quit?
You guys are all really incredible songwriters.
Thank you.
I would love to learn more about the kind of process of the songwriting. Is it collaborative? Is it more of a solo thing that you bring to the band to bring it to life?
All of the above.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything you just listed, and it is totally song dependent. Like some songs, one of us will write in their entirety and be like, "Here's a song for the band. Like, I want this." Sometimes it's like, I have a first verse and like maybe a chorus idea. Like, let's finish it together. We've also written songs entirely from scratch together. Although that's a little bit less frequent. It's mostly the second one, I'd say.
Yeah.
That's like, I have an idea.
Usually a kernel.
Let's make it work. Yeah.
It's changing though constantly. I feel like this next record I'm excited by because I also think it's changing again, like in a new fun way. And I think what's great is that we have 3 songwriters, so the ball is sort of always bouncing in some way between us, and ideally, it only creates more.
Right. Yeah. When one person is stuck, somebody else can help out.
Exactly. And then also we can compare ourselves to each other and feel bad and then want to make a better song.
Yeah, I mean, every time you get
I'm sure have you guys felt that?
Yeah, yes. I definitely, that it's really a beautiful, healthy competition in a way that like I am so happy that we have it. Like, I'm happy that when I hear a song, I want to write a better one.
Totally.
Like, it doesn't make me feel bad about myself. It makes me feel so grateful that I'm in a band and that these people chose me to be part of their team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes me I'm gonna show them why I deserve my spot.
To create pieces that are complex yet digestible? Because I know that you guys
it's a great question.
Sometimes focus on theory or complex lyrics, but you also bring in the pop element to it. So what do you prioritize when writing a song?
Well, it's a funny question because in hindsight, it's like, oh yeah, that is complex yet digestible. But I feel that I shouldn't do this, but I mistakenly categorize certain songs as we're writing them as either complex or digestible. And I'm always wrong. Songs I think are too complex, or not too complex, distractingly complex or whatever, I'm usually wrong. People love those songs. And songs that I think are super obvious, gettable, and simple, I'm not always right. And so then it's like, oh, that one didn't land as sort of assuredly as I thought it would. I was like, when we were writing that one was so simple and neat, and that's like an obvious hit. It's like, okay, no, people didn't love that one. This one everyone's gonna hate. It's asking too much of them. It's too ornate. There's too much going on. Everybody likes it. So I don't think I know how to do both those things. I think it just sort of happens.
Yeah, I think also another part of it, I feel like all of us in writing songs really prioritize like the song as a simple block.
True.
Like as a really basic thing that you like. We always say like we like songs that you can like sing around the campfire, and like I feel like at almost all of our songs at the kernel kind of start that way and intend to be that way, and like in the arrangement or the production or something
They'll get
outside
more
of that, they
complex.
become more complex.
But like the DNA is.
But the DNA is like you can
Campfire.
play this on a guitar and like
Right.
you'll have the song.
What has been your biggest creative dispute, and how did you resolve it?
I mean, we fight, to be honest, constantly about little
Most
things,
insane
big
things.
things. Like, it's part of kind of the fabric, I think, of the band. And it's kind of like why I think the band makes good art at all, is that it goes through like kind of 3 different branches of government at all times. And to get something passed to the Senate, is that how it works? I have no idea
Yeah.
how the government works. To get something passed, it requires like all 3 to stamp. So, I mean, in recent memory, a big debate we had was about the cover art, which was very, very hard for us to make this last one, because we're not really visual people.
We wanted to make it ourselves, but
Yeah,
man,
and it was really, really hard, and I think we had some differing feelings about the vibe without anyone really knowing what they wanted, which is always hard. It's so much easier when someone comes in with a really clear idea and then they have to convince the other 2 why. It's really, really hard when the person doesn't know why they don't like something, but they just know.
Well, also I think we're 100% all guilty of this, but like when you're making like the cover art for or any creative decision, like sometimes you might feel like something else in the project you're insecure about,
Yeah.
but you didn't get to address that, so now you're gonna try to address it through whatever this current fight is. Like, I don't know, example, like I didn't like the way this song sounded, so I'm gonna sort of incorrectly try to fix all those problems in the single art. That's gonna make up for the insecurities I have about the song, whatever. And I think that's a natural way to work, but I think when you have 3 people doing that, who all may have different things they do or don't like about the thing, and different gaps that they in their own minds feel that they want to fill, like there's a lot of arguments. One that I remember that is specific, that's just funny, is, because it's completely inconsequential, is the theme song key change.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, yes.
At the end of the theme song, this literally is meaningless. People who know the theme song know we have.
This is an OG.
This is an OG. We have the melody, we have that medley section where they play quotes from some of the songs, and at the end, there's a key change
Yeah.
into the final bit. And whether that key change was going to be a whole step or a half step,
Yeah.
I think it was,
We were.
was a
I
big
remember.
argument.
I remember
was a
so
huge
specifically.
argument. And it was.
And they can both speak in music theory terms,
it
and
was a
they
big
were saying
argument.
like it's an A or it's G, and I was just saying it feels better this way.
But I think
And
we were aligned.
We were aligned. Unfortunately,
the
Luke did
battle.
lose that battle.
And I felt bad.
And it's hard because it feels sometimes.
It'll
like,
always feel like you're being ganged up on.
Yeah,
If you
and-
ever lose,
That's
like,
the hard part about
you
it.
won't
It's hard.
lose the argument without being ganged up on, because
It's
there's
very
3.
hard.
Totally.
So it's hard.
But
Yeah.
I will say,
I never forgave you.
yeah, I will say, I feel like recently, actually in the last few months, I think that we've been more aligned against other enemies. Like, I feel like there's been a coming together of the trio in order to fight the man, or whatever that may
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
So that's been kind of nice, actually.
Yeah.
I feel like we found something here.
Yeah.
We still fight, but it just feels
I
like
think
yeah.
Also, like, at least I'll speak for myself. I'm working really hard on trying to like pick my battles.
Me too.
Like, I think there are things that I can let go and
Yeah,
let
me
them
too.
decide, or let them fight about it.
Totally.
I think if everyone kept that in mind, that could solve this.
agreed.
Agreed. When we did like little visualizers for like all of the songs
Oh, yeah.
for this EP, and I wasn't
Yeah.
there because I had to like I was,
It was
doing
okay.
something in Philly. And I was like, honestly, thank God. I feel like if the 3 of us were working on this, we'd be arguing so
Exactly.
much.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice to just be like,
Yeah.
sit this
It's
one
beautiful.
out.
It's actually a beautiful
It
thing
comes
to
from
let
love.
certain
It's
things
nice.
go. Yeah.
You only argue about something if you care about
Yeah.
it. If
Right.
they stopped arguing, if any of us stopped arguing, this thing would die.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's my belief.
You can come to my bar. You're totally fine. I'm not inviting yours.
We are a little bit strapped for time.
Yes.
I got one more question
Oh,
for
yeah.
you. A little bit of a hard hitter.
Okay.
The music industry may be one of the toughest industries out there right now. What are your struggles as a musician in this generation?
Wow.
Money.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Money and connections, which we don't organically have. So like,
Or no, we only organically.
sorry, I mean like we don't have
We don't have any like secret paths. Like
Yeah.
we don't have any like uncles who are head of A&R at Columbia. Or
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've been kind of on our own island in like some ways since the beginning, and like, not to say that like there aren't other bands that are also on their other islands and they don't break through, which they definitely do. But I think just figuring it out from point A has been completely us, and like picking up any information we can along the way, and figuring out how you make this a business and how you make money and how you retain your love for it while also trying to make money. Like,
Yeah.
that is a big thing, a hurdle for, I think, a developing artist, because you do have to make decisions to make money.
I also think it's money. When I would always think about like, oh, do I want to be a musician? Oh, there's really no money. Like, it's hard. What you also people don't remember is like, the money thing is like the top line problem. It's like a general anxiety force. It actually permeates into other
Yeah.
problems.
I was
Like,
gonna say one of the biggest problems is like morale.
exactly. Or not feeling like heard or appreciated by the team. It's like, what does that mean? If we all were making good money,
Then you would
you
need
would
that.
need to be as appreciated by the team
Yeah.
for something small. So I think it's like going up to bat against the like evil dragon that is like the money question
Yeah.
that is constantly trying to
Yeah.
like poison the well.
It's just
you know?
knowing you can't pay anyone at what they're supposed to be getting paid at this level in order to get to the level where they will be getting paid. So you have to like feed them the dream, and you can't like pay for tacos with the dream. Like, so it's like,
Put that on a t-shirt.
yeah.
There's the talkers.
So
Tacos
and
with the dream.
and for ourselves too, it's like
We have to,
we
like, work other
believe,
jobs
we
and-
believe this in this completely, but like believing in something completely doesn't mean that like you get to live. Like,
Yeah. But I feel like the biggest problem for like all musicians now is just being spread so thin.
Yeah.
Because like there was once a romantic time where you could just be a songwriter or something, and then that would be your one thing, and you get a label deal and you are probably getting screwed, but you don't have to do anything other than songwrite.
Right.
And now it's
Yeah.
like the people who make it are actually just good at marketing,
Right.
or
And
like
good at TikTok. And,
like
Yep.
there's so many other skills that you kind of need to have,
Yeah.
and those sort of the music is almost
The
the
last
least important
thing,
thing
yeah.
in a lot of
Right.
it
ways.
feels like
which-
the easiest thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
But also that like
Yeah.
the thing I hate to think about is like whether it be like financial or morale based or whatever, like feeling like you're a cornered animal, like you need I need to get that. I don't have that. The quality of work is gonna like
exactly.
or the fear is the quality of work will degrade because you're like, if you put someone in panic mode, like, are they gonna be able to like take the time to put their head down and make something
Yes.
really true to themselves? And like maybe they can once, maybe they can twice. Can they forever? Like that gets hard. So
Yeah,
I get
it's really
scared
hard.
of like the quality of the project degrading over time simply because that stress doesn't go away.
Yeah.
I hope that with 3 people and
we can keep
we can
keep each
spread
other
the
in
weight
check,
and keep
yeah.
each other in check, and also like I think the reality of being a musician in 2026 is like, and we could be better at this honestly, but like checking in like about those not as fun to talk about things, like what is the financial reality of this band, what is the financial reality of our lives, like what do we need to do to ultimately make this project
Yeah,
long standing.
yeah.
So I think these are
Agreed.
These are good jobs.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
But
Huzzah.
when you get on stage, which we're about to do, it
Yeah.
really melts away and it makes it all worth it.
It's true.
It's fun.
As we were talking about it, I was like, you know what? Fuck all this. Let's just play.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
actually,
I'm
that's
so
how I
excited
felt.
to play.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see you guys play.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So awesome. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
doing
so much.
this.
Of course,
Thank
thanks
you.
for asking us these questions.
Yeah.
Great questions.
Thank you.
Can I take a nap before this show?
Don't know.
That's a great question.